Hey, what's up guys? This is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review, we are looking at the new Marvel Legends PHAGE figure, part of the Venom wave or Venompool Build-A-Figure wave of the new Marvel Legends. And unsurprisingly, just like all of the other figures I've reviewed from this wave so far, this is another good one. Another banger, as you might say. And it's not the most impressive of the bunch, but they did do a lot of things on this thing really well. A lot of the stuff on here we've seen before, but that doesn't make it necessarily bad. There's definitely some stuff to talk about, good, mostly, and some bad, but we're going to do that. So let's go ahead and get him off the stand and take a closer look. This guy stands just about 16.5 centimeters, a little more than that, which makes him pretty close to 6.5 inches. It's your standard Bucky Cap body, almost through and through. We technically have new parts, but yeah, it's Bucky Cap. And here he is in a quick height comparison up against a prototype from our action figure line. Called Rival Clans, part of Rival Collectibles. You can look it up on Facebook or Instagram if you want to see more. Bucky Cap mold. I know people are tired of it. It's been used way too much. However, it's still, to this day, despite its flaws, one of the best molds they've ever done. It has the right overall shape. Look at the V shape. Look at it. Look how broad his shoulders are compared to his hips. Look at the fact that his hips don't stick out past his body. Here's a good example. As well sculpted as this Venom is, this is something they do more and more. These parts have been sticking out more and more on figures, and they've had a really wide thigh gap. Why is this not in focus? Camera, do it. They've been widening the hips. I don't know why. Now this guy does kind of have a pretty big thigh gap, but you don't notice it as much because of the way it's sculpted. So, point being, this mold is still a perfectly good mold for most figures, especially one like this. I think it suits him just fine. Now, PHAGE is not my favorite character ever, but I think as far as a figure goes, it's pretty great. The colors just suit it. It's going to stand out. It's going to look really nice. It's fun. It's dynamic. It's a good one. And they did a good job. All the paintwork on here, like they've done before on Carnage, they did a very, very clean job. New parts, glued on technically, but still, those make him look really cool. These ones down here look good. It hides the fact that he has really long lower legs and relatively short upper legs. Still very good. This can come off if you want it to. I don't know that you would, but if you want it to, it does. So that's pretty good. But it looks nice on him, and the head is done really well. Yeah, very, very nice release. There's not much else to say. It's a Bucky Cap mold that was well utilized in this use. So aesthetically speaking, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. I mean, it looks really good. That's all it needed to be, and they did that. Now, as far as accessories, we are kind of light. We have one, which is his blade arm, which is a nice enough accessory. I like it, but that is it. So, 3 out of 10, I guess. Even all their, like, they have hand molds they could have used. They didn't give us any hands or anything, so that's very limited. Alright, now as far as articulation goes, it shouldn't be really any surprise. It's Bucky Cap. It's going to work like a Bucky Cap works. But that's fine because it's also one of the more useful molds. It's nothing advanced, it's nothing crazy, but everything tends to work on it well enough. You're not going to have too many issues. It's kind of like your run-of-the-mill Marvel Legends figure in not a bad way. Everything is just, it's fine. Alright? Ab crunch, not the best looking, but it's functional going back. It's also well situated on the body. They don't look pregnant. It's not the best looking thing in the world, but they don't look pregnant when you make them lean back. That's good. Good range forward. I feel like they tightened that up a little bit, at least on mine. That ab crunch hasn't worked that well in a long time, so that's good. Maybe they did a new mold for this particular sculpt. Waist twist is still a waist twist. Hips still only go out a little bit less than 45. It's not a perfect one, again, but it does work. It's going to get the job done reasonably well with very few complaints. Everything is, I'd say, just fine. All right, ankles still work well. Yeah, it's good. It's fine. Articulation gets a 7 or 8. It's fine. I guess 8 technically. It's nothing crazy, but it does all work. So yeah, as usual, it's a good Bucky Cap release. If you hate Bucky Cap mold, it's fairly well hidden under there, and if you like Bucky Cap mold, you'll be able to see it. So that's good, I guess. Final verdict on this guy, 8 out of 10. It's a basic release, but that doesn't make it bad. Not everything Hasbro does has to be in your face flashy like the Build-A-Figure or some of these other figures in this wave, or War Machine for instance. They just have to do what they do well, and this figure is done well. That's all it takes. It's very minimal paint. Could it be better? Sure, throw some shading on there, things like that. Sure, could be better, but still, this is fine. Like, if most of their figures that weren't the standouts looked like this, I don't think too many people would have a problem with that. So, there you go. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, please do give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. And if you haven't subscribed, let me know in the comment section why. No, I'm just kidding. Although you can. No, you might want to, though. I have new videos almost every single day. They're all for you, so you can come back and watch them. And if you don't want to, I've still got thousands that you could go back and watch from other days. All the days are covered, so come back for all of that. And in the meantime, keep collecting.